I started taking ceramics pretty seriously earlier this year and turned my old work-from-home office into a tiny ceramics studio. I was super stoked. Shortly after, I took a trip to the Philippines where my mom was born. We ate a lot of food, met a lot of family members, and spent a lot of quality time with the people I love. With my grandma's passing, I was reminded of my own mortality and how much time I had spent away from this part of my family, and in some ways, my identity. I wanted to capture this part of me through my love of clay, so here we are. I've been using this notebook for my sketches for stuff I've made out of clay, but I'm going to use it to just jot down some notes on what to make. I want to make stuff that's functional, so like cups, bowls, plates, maybe vases, and incorporate Filipino-esque motifs or images. I want to start planning out my ceramics collection and figure out when I want to launch it and what I want to make. I've started using the desktop version of this app called Notion to keep track of my ideas for what to make and post on social media, so I'm going to transfer all of my notes from my notebook to my Notion and clean it up a bit. Just organizing it a little bit, just so I have kind of like an understanding for what I want to make, and then hopefully like stick to that. So I'm just jotting down ideas. I'm planning to launch my first ceramics collection sometime this month, and I'm trying to figure out timing wise when that will be realistically. Ideally, I would like to launch it in mid-October, just because I kind of want to launch my ceramics collection that's inspired by part of my Filipino heritage, and it's Filipino-American History Month, so I figured this month would be the perfect time to launch it. And there's also like a Filipino market happening on the 21st that I'm contemplating being a part of, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't think I'll have pieces in time to be bisque fired and glazed and fired again. So I don't know, we'll see. I've got a lot of work to do. I'm not quite sure how long it's gonna take, because I don't have a kiln at home, and so I have to drive to the next town over to have my have my pieces fired at a clay supply store, and that takes about a week, sometimes a week and a half, sometimes as much as 2 weeks turnaround time for each firing, and I have to do a total of 2 firings for the pieces. So it's looking more like I'll have everything done by the end of this month, and but we'll see. I'll try to throw as much as I can and kind of get them out the door in the next week or so, so they can be fired and then glazed and then fired again. I feel like I'm not sure if this is doable. Pretty short timeline, and yeah, I don't know. I'm planning on making like 50 pieces, and that might be a little too ambitious. But we'll see. Yeah, I'm nervous, but it'll be fun. And then I'm planning to probably make a bunch of other videos, more like how-to videos with some of the techniques that I'm using for the pieces. Yeah, this is very like near and dear to my heart and really personal, and I'm hoping that it showcases and kind of celebrates like just one part of my identity that most recently I've appreciated. I haven't always appreciated being biracial and never really resonated with that part of my culture, I guess both parts of my culture. So I think in the past like year or two I've really prioritized that, and I want to embody it in some way. And since I've recently gotten into more seriously throwing on the wheel in ceramics and producing ceramic pieces, I want to be able to kind of showcase my identity in some way. So yeah, I have no idea if I'm gonna be able to launch the collection this month, but I'm gonna try my very best, so we'll see. Oh god, it's gonna be